G'day, Johnny Siegel from Acorn Wealth, Smart Money Trading, and here is part two, following on from yesterday's #1 video on PLTR at the massive breakout it's seen, what could be next, and how we called it. So in yesterday's video, we shared with you the live footage of us analyzing it before the big move happened and why it was such a favorite of ours and why I took a position in it. So now we fast forward to the execution. Now, not execution like the scary man with the big axe, trade execution. But getting trade execution wrong can also be just as dangerous, just as deadly. So here I'm going to show you how I use options in my case, which is my personal way to play an earnings announcement or earnings risk, how I went about that. And then further in the video, I'm then going to talk about measuring targets, how we've defined exact points that the pattern suggested potential exit points and where it could go further, which is we're starting to see unravel in the market right now. So enjoy. And if you missed yesterday's video, you can click the link up in the screen on one of these corners to jump back to yesterday's video. Otherwise, continue on and we'll check in later in this video. Cheers. Now, PLTR, first and foremost. This is looking great in the pre-market. I do own call options in this. This is when we chatted about the stock, of course, reported earnings, and that's why I held call options instead of holding stock. Quite happy to hold call options, wouldn't have held stock. Right, so up 23% in the pre-market, and I mean that's a big jump. So I'm going to do some profit taking here. One of the reasons why I'm waiting up for the market to open, because when you've got a largish options position, with a very big move, then I'll sacrifice an hour or two of sleep in the morning by staying up to get a decent price, at least for a partial exit. I'll see how the option chain's looking. So far, it's recovered from only being up 17% when the pre-market opened a few hours ago to back to 23, which is how it was yesterday. So it's recovered about 6% of its pullback. And as if you take a look at the 1 hour chart on the extended market data, you can see it's flagging. So this is what I really want to see. I want to see, do we break out of that flag on the hourly, and if so, take a couple of contracts off there, take out my original capital, let the rest rise. It'll be up roughly 100% on my position at roughly guesstimate based on the open. Okay, so that was the planning pre-market, and now we'll dive into setting the targets of where exactly we thought it would go based on the pattern, and this is amazing. So let's jump to that. We need to do this calculation to see where a flag target could be. It may not get there. I mean, it's already up a lot. I mean, it's crazy to think it could go up that much more, but it's always good to have a target in mind, right? You can always change it, but having a plan is absolutely better than having no plan by all accounts. So, okay, so there's our breakout, there's our move, there's the high, and you know me, I'm always going to go with the most conservative target. So I'm going to do that calculation based on the breakout there. Where did the volume happen? Oh, there's a bit of an uptick there. Anyway, this would be the most conservative target, would be to measure from this point, which is 112.50. So yeah, so you've got a first target where it's opening, second target kind of around 112, and then next target up from that, which is the best case scenario flag measurement, brings us up to 120. And again, that's why I might look at something like taking out my original capital, so I'm only playing with profits, and that guarantees me a profit, right? Almost guarantees me a profit. So anyway, that's going back to PLTR. amazing stuff. And as you can see, we took out the 104, where we were able to cash in on some profits on those options on that original day. But we then continued to take out the 109 target, and now at the time of this recording anyway, almost at that full extension of the move, which we talked about in the video, reaching that maximum level that we thought it could get to. So all three targets almost hit as of today, but that is the power of this strategy, and especially in an uncertain market, this is marching to the beat of its own drum. So real trade, real profits, real strategy. And again, as I mentioned in yesterday's video, you've got an opportunity right now to learn all about it and see how we're putting it into play for a great 2025 ahead on this massive AI theme that we're seeing unravel this year. I'll hyperlink you to the page to register for it and get access to it right away, right now. See you there.